Hello, it's Maama, and I have a story for you tonight. It's called A Pocket for Corduroy. And there are a few of these stories, as I remember, and it happened to be one of my little kids' favorites. And I hope that you like it because they liked their teddy bear, and it was a nice story for bedtime. It was a happy story, so I hope that you like Mama's story, A Pocket for Corduroy. Don Freeman is who wrote this story. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. As always on these trips, Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. Aha, now we know his name. Just scooch up a little bit because these pictures are a little smaller. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. Have you ever been to a laundromat? You're probably fortunate and lucky that you have your washing machine right in your house, but some people get to go out to a place that has all kinds of washing machines. And in this case, her mother went to a special place, a laundromat, to get her laundry done. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help with our wash. Corduroy waited patiently. Then he suddenly perked up his ears. Oh, let's see if we can see that. I can see his ears. They're perked up. Maybe he heard something. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa, dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." "Pocket?" said Corduroy to himself. "I don't have a pocket." Oh, he doesn't have a pocket on his pants. He slid off the chair. "I must go find something to make a pocket out of." And he began to look around. First he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or the right color. And then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. There ought to be something in there to make the pocket out of, he said. Without hesitating, he climbed inside the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother him at all. "This must be a cave," he said. "Oh, I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave." When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, he was gone. "Oh, Mommy," she exclaimed, "Corduroy isn't here where I left him." "I'm sorry, honey," said her mother, "but the laundromat is closing soon, and we must be getting home." Oh, no. Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corduroy, but her mother insisted. "You can come back tomorrow. I'm sure he'll still be here." As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret, right there, that's his hat, was taking his wet laundry out of the bag, the very bag that Corduroy had discovered. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks. What's going to happen to Corduroy? What do we think? Can we predict? You're right. I think he's going to get tossed and tumbled into the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the door, Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. "How in thunder did that bear get mixed up with all my things?" said the artist. Poor Corduroy was wet all over. "The least I can do for him is to give his overalls a good drying," said the man thoughtfully. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. Corduroy was dizzy as he was watching the clothes spinning around and around, and the artist became inspired. "This would make a wonderful painting," he said, and he took out his sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the beautiful swirling colors. "I can hardly wait to get back to my studio." Finally, the dryer stopped whirling. The man gathered up the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put his warm, dry overalls on. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time, everybody out." What do we think is going to happen to Corduroy? Will he go home with the artist? Will he stay at the laundromat all night? Will he get back to Lisa? Corduroy was gently placed on top of the washing machine. "I wonder who that bear belongs to," said the artist as he was leaving. "Seems to me he should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost." As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. "Maybe it's snow," he said. "Swan flakes, soap chips. Maybe it's snow," he said excitedly. "I've always wanted to play in the snow." He accidentally tipped over the lidded box, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery snowflakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. "Oh, what fun," he said with a smile. "I've always wanted to ski down a mountainside." He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. "This must be a cage," he said, peeking through the bars. "I've never wanted to live inside a cage like a bear in the zoo." But by now, Corduroy was feeling drowsy, and soon he nodded off to sleep. The next morning, when the manager came to open the door of the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. "I left something here yesterday," she said. "May I look around?" "Certainly," said the manager. "My customers are always leaving things." Lisa was searching around the chairs and in back of the washing machines when she heard the manager call her. "Is this what you're looking for, señorita?" Yes, he's my best friend," said Lisa as she came running. She reached in and picked up Corduroy out of the basket. "So this is where you've been, you fine rascal. It's time I took you home." Lisa thanked the manager and ran out of the door, down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. "I thought I told you to wait for me," she said. "Why did you wander away?" "I went looking for a pocket," said Corduroy. "Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket?" said Lisa, and she gave him an affectionate little squeeze. Affectionate, that means like a nice, happy, loving little squeeze, like a hug. That morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. "And here is a card I've made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside your pocket." "I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside," said Corduroy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. And you can see there's Corduroy's pocket that Lisa sewed for him. And what did she put inside his pocket? Oh, there it is. His name on it. So in case he gets lost, everyone will know his name is Corduroy. Did you like the story, A Pocket for Corduroy? Did you find that Corduroy made some good choices in the story? And did he make some silly choices in the story? Maybe sliding down the snowflakes, which were really soap suds, maybe getting lost in the laundromat. But in the end, he got found, didn't he, by a nice man. So that's A Pocket for Corduroy. Bye-bye.